back to Stories for Shabbos. Tonight is the second yard site of the great Rabbi and Dr. Abraham J. Tursky, a big tzaddik, Zichrono Livracha, who helped so many people during his life. And in one of his books, I don't remember which one because he wrote over 60 of them, he tells a story about the famous, the great Rav Elimelech Milazhensk, one of the great Hasidic Rebbeim. The Noam Elimelech once took himself and went into Gullus. He took himself away from his regular place of living, away from his regular community, to have some time alone, to think, to daven, to do tshuva, to fix himself, and to work on himself. And after, a certain amount of time, I don't know exactly how long, he was coming back to his town. And he heard on his way into the town that there were some people mumbling about there was somebody who was sick. And somebody said to him, Reb Elimelech, do you know that your son Eliezer is very sick? Couldn't believe it. He got so scared. He got so nervous. He started crying. He ran home to his house. He knocked on the door. He went inside. He said to his wife, where's Eliezer? How's Eliezer doing? He was so scared. And his wife said, Eliezer's in yeshiva. Eliezer's in cheder. Eliezer's in school. What are you so worried about? Eliezer, everything is fine. And he said, I got so nervous. Somebody just told me that my son Eliezer was sick. I guess that person was wrong. And she said, oh, he must have been mixing that up because there's a different little boy, Eliezer. He's around the same age as our son Eliezer, who lives a couple of blocks away, and he's very sick. And for a second, Rav Elimelech said, okay, Baruch Hashem, it's not my son, Eliezer. And then he said, hold on for a second. Just because it's not my son, should I be any less worried? Just because it's not my son, should I not be crying? Should I not be nervous? Should I not be davening? I can't believe that when I heard it wasn't my son, my initial reaction was saying, oh, Baruch Hashem, it's not my son. It's somebody else's son. It's still a Jew. It's Hashem's child. How could I have thought that even for a second? I have to go back into Gullus. I have to go back into my quiet room. Apparently I didn't fix myself enough. Apparently I didn't work on my midos enough. Because when we hear that any Jew, that any person is in pain, is struggling, is suffering, is going through a hard time, it should feel like, that's my own son, that's my own daughter, that's my own child, that's my brother, that's my sister, that's my fellow Jew, and we're all family. So it's important that anytime we hear anybody is struggling or needs tefillos, that we daven from our hearts like we would daven for our own family, because they are part of our own family too. And Rabbi Dr. Tursky writes, that's something that we should all feel about all of Klal Yisrael, that when another Jew is sad, it should make us want to try and help them. And when another Jew is happy, we should be happy together with them and feel their simcha, because at the end of the day, all of the Jewish people are one big family. Good Shabbos, everybody.